What's up guys, in today's video we are going to do a full build breakdown of the Triumph. We're going to go over... I'm trying to record the intro here. Didn't you record that yesterday? Yes, I recorded it yesterday, but something happened to the footage. Something happened with the footage, huh? You deleted it, didn't you? No, I didn't accidentally delete it, I just don't have it anymore. Roll the intro. What's up guys, I want to give you a full rundown if you're new to the channel or you haven't had a chance to go through all the videos yet, which I encourage you to do. There is a playlist of this whole build from start to finish that I'll link at the end of this video, and I'll also throw a card up right now so you can see it. We are going to start from the back and kind of work our way forward. I'll go through what was all done to the bike and then what each individual part costs. I'll throw a running total up in the corner to keep track of our progress as we go. So originally, this bike is a 1973 Triumph. It's got a couple of different model number or names. So it's a Bonneville, it's a T140V. The V, it means it's a 5-speed. I've also, my title says 140V and also TR6. So it's a 73, 750cc Triumph. I bought it. It was pretty much a basket case. It had, I have them over here, they're like kitchen baking dishes were like the side covers, and it had electrical gremlins that you rode the bike for 10 minutes and it would blow fuses. The kind of previous owner couldn't figure out exactly what the issue was. But the bike did run really well outside of that. You know, it has some patina on the tank and it's kind of imperfect, which is why I thought it was a really good candidate to do a hardtail on, because it's not a perfectly restored bike. It wouldn't even been a great bike to try and restore back to stock because it was kind of cut up and butchered a little bit over time. So the original bike cost me $2,300. So that's where we started. And then we kind of went on from there. So we'll start in the back here. So in the back, we'll start off with these taillights. These are from X-Arc. And I'm going to throw a link to all of these parts I'm going to go through in the description below. So it'll be a huge kind of list of links as we go down. But X-Arc taillights, they do brake light, turn signal, and tail light. They were 160 bucks. This hardtail, which is everything from this main tube back. So that's, we cut it off right here, we cut it off right here and welded this new piece on. This is from David Bird, is the designer. I actually got it from Lowbrow Customs. This is the 2.5 inch drop with a 4-inch stretch, meaning the bike was lowered 2.5 inches and the rear wheel is now 4 inches farther back than it was originally. And that's what kind of gives us this bobber stance. That was $280 from them. Then we have this rear fender. This is actually a front fender off of a CB550 Honda. If you are new to the channel, I've built a few of those on the channel before, and so that was just an extra stock fender I had that ended up working out perfectly. So that cost me $0 because I already had it from another bike. Let's see, we have going forward the seat. This is just a leather seat from you know, kind of a universal thing on Amazon that I modified the brackets and replaced these springs with these torsion style. That was 100 bucks. Then we had little seat mounts for like an extra 30 bucks. And yeah, so going forward from there, we have, I guess we'll cover the tires. So the tires are Firestone Deluxe Champions. They're a little bit on the expensive side, but they have that vintage look that I really like. So those tires ran me $300 for the pair. I did have somebody install them on the rims for me because these Triumph wheels have things called tire keepers on them. And when they're this old, they get really rusty and they are a huge pain. So I paid 100 bucks to have them mounted by a local shop here, and that was the money well spent. Moving forward, we have custom motor mounts that cost me 50 bucks. Then we have some pod filters, and I'll kind of throw all the little stuff miscellaneous in there as we go. I have a Monster Craftsman chain tensioner. That cost me a little over 100 bucks. I think it was 110 bucks. Going forward from there, we have a new chain that was about 70 bucks. The exhaust, this was a factory style scrambler exhaust, I believe is what they call it, that I just chopped down and wrapped. That came with the bike, so we're not putting that into the cost. Forward again, we didn't do anything to the tank, but a little bit of paint on here. Farther still, we have a battery in this little electronics box up here. There's an anti-gravity 4-cell battery that is just over $100 for that. Inside the headlight, we have a Moto Gadget M unit. That unit's a little bit on the expensive side. It was $300 for that, but I think it's money well spent. If you haven't seen my video on that, make sure to check that out as well. I'm really happy with that unit, and I do plan on using it in some bikes in the future. The rest of this is pretty much stock. Another Firestone Deluxe Champion up front. We didn't really touch anything. It came with these clip-on bars, luckily, so I didn't have to put in any cost in there. I think I covered it. So there's about $250 in kind of miscellaneous things between oil and pod filters and exhaust wrap and paint for the frame and just little stuff like that that I'm kind of lumping all into one kind of miscellaneous amount, which is 250 bucks. So assuming I didn't miss anything, that will put our total to $3,969. So just a hair under 4,000 bucks for the whole bike out the door. Again, that doesn't include any kind of registration costs or anything like that, because that's obviously going to vary drastically based on where you live. But for me, I was able to build this bike from start to finish for just shy of 4,000 bucks, which I think is pretty good. I don't know exactly what the bike would be worth right now, honestly, just because there isn't a lot of oil and frame Triumphs that people build full kind of custom bobbers out of. I haven't actually seen one, and I know that it sounds kind of bad coming from me being the one that built it, but I honestly don't think I've seen an oil and frame that looks as good as this one does. They all are kind of hacked together, or super chopper style rakes, and not as clean. So it's really hard to kind of find a comparable bike to compare this one and get an estimated value for it. If I was going to sell this bike today, I don't think I'd take less than $7 grand for it. Some of you might laugh at that and think that's super high. Some of you might be surprised that I would sell it for that. But yeah, I think honestly right now it's probably worth about $7 grand. I would probably list it around there, maybe $7,500, and just see what happens. See if it catches someone's eye and they're interested in it. But I've seen other kind of custom Triumphs in this same generation sell for that or even above that. I've seen some of the pre-oil and frame, which are a little bit more sought after, sell for closer to $9,000 or $10,000. Then I've seen some kind of not so complete bobbers of this generation sell for that $6,500 range. So there are bikes out there that sell for this amount, but again, I'm not going to sell it right now. I'm really enjoying riding it. Unfortunately, I did lose some of the riding footage from yesterday, but I'm going to make kind of a more complete cinematic video of me out riding the bike, and I might team up with a good friend of mine that's got drones and has a cool YouTube channel to do a little bit more official video on that. This is by no means the last you guys are going to see of the Triumph. I'm hoping to work out a collaboration with a really big moto vlogger YouTuber here in Austin. I'm not going to mention his name just yet in case it doesn't work out, but we kind of talked back and forth a few months ago before the bike was done. He told me to reach back out when the bike was done and we can try and set something up. So I'm reaching out to him now, and hopefully we can work out something, and he can maybe do a little review on the bike, and I'd love to get someone's second opinion on it and I'm looking forward to showing the bike off to you guys. So I've had a few people want to reach out and meet up and see the bike in person and grab a beer and stuff. So that's what I'm going to use the bike for. We're in riding season right now in Texas, even though it's the end of November. It's in the mid-70s here. So I want to enjoy the hell out of the bike. And yeah, I'm not in a rush to sell it. Maybe sometime next year when I'm ready to LS swap my Camaro or something, we'll look into possibly selling it. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I know this is one giant clip, but I wanted to kind of keep it raw and just give you guys a full rundown of everything that was done to the bike. Feel free to reach out with any questions whatsoever. You know, I hope to be able to help some people on their Triumphs, and even if you're just kind of curious about what it takes to take a bike from a stock-ish motorcycle and build it all the way into kind of a full custom bike, you can kind of follow this series. So we have another motorcycle in the garage, literally right here behind me, that I'll be making an introduction video on very soon. That should be a really cool project. I'm going to have you guys kind of collaborate on that and you know, help me kind of steer the ship, so to speak, on what parts we go with, and it should be a pretty cool build. And then we got tons of stuff coming on the Camaro. So check out the rest of my videos if you haven't and you guys are new. Make sure to throw a thumbs up on this video. Make sure you tell me what you guys think of the project and what you want to see kind of coming up on the channel. Check out my Instagram. I did lose some of my riding footage from yesterday, but I kept all of the pictures. So over the next couple of days, I'm going to be posting more and more pictures of the Triumph out in the wild as we start to enjoy it. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will be making a Camaro project introduction video in the next couple of days, so keep an eye out for that. And we'll see you soon.